For a photojournalist's work to have the depth and meaning that this medium is so capable of delivering, they have to be able to work inside the story. And this means winning the trust of the people that you're photographing. This trust that you'll portray them honestly and fairly, that anything said to you in confidence will not be repeated somewhere else, that you'll respect their culture and beliefs, is what opens doors that would otherwise be closed to other photographers. And it's behind these closed doors that you find your real story and the photographs that matter. How do you establish that level of trust with the people that you're photographing? How do you explain to them what it is that you're looking for? And what will they expect from you in return for letting you into their homes and into their lives? In this lesson, we'll be looking at photographs from a story about a candidate in the first free elections for the Palestinian General Assembly in 1996, a piece of work that can only have resulted from the unrestricted access that comes with this kind of trust. Whether your story takes place in a local garage or on the campaign trail with a politician, its strength comes from the level of access that you get. And access comes from trust. This is a set of photographs from a story I shot in Jericho on the West Bank about Saeb Erekat campaign for a seat in the Palestinian parliament in 1996. I approached Erekat with the idea of following him on his campaign trail and explained to him the level of access that I was looking for. I wanted to be able to follow him for about 3 weeks. I wanted to meet his campaign people. I wanted to meet other Palestinian politicians that he would be engaging with. And I wanted to get inside his home life. In short, what I wanted to do was put together a set of pictures that showed who Saeb Erekat was as a person, both as a politician and as a family man. We had several discussions about how we could both make this work, and in the end, his trust in me and in what I wanted to do is what made the story so successful. One of the things that every politician learns to do is to listen to members of his own constituency. And something that Erekat made a lot of time for was representations being made by local villagers who came to him with problems that needed solving, problems of a municipal nature. And Erekat always had an ear for these people and their problems. An important part of the access that I was getting was to his home life as well, not just the campaign trail, but what happens to Saeb Erekat at the end of the day when he comes home and becomes Saeb Erekat, the father and the husband. And here we see Saeb sitting in the living room in their home. His son has just come home with his school report card, and the father is clearly impressed with the academic achievement of his young son and is displaying a very affectionate response to the good work that his son has been producing. This for me is a quintessential election campaign photograph. We have the candidate arriving in a small village, being greeted by the residents of the village, and he's working his way down the line, shaking an endless number of hands. Every politician everywhere in the world would recognize this situation. Saeb Erekat isn't only the parliamentary representative of Jericho in the Palestinian Assembly, he's also the chief negotiator for the Palestinian Authority in talks with the West on how to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In this photograph, Erekat is trying to explain the contents of a document to President Arafat. At this stage in his life, Arafat was beginning to lose his hearing, and his powers of concentration were also somewhat diminished. For this assignment, I'd like you to shoot a story about a small local business. It can be a corner grocery store, a bakery, a bicycle repair shop, or a garage like this one. But ideally, this business should be in the neighborhood in which you live, because this can have some real advantages in terms of your time management and your developing the relationship developing this trust with the shop owner. Your final set of between 10 and 15 really strong images should reflect the level of access you were able to negotiate with this shop owner.